G'day, AJ. Hello.
Ho, 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 mo.
Oh, ho, ho, ho to the mo. Yes, it is the season. 'Tis the season. Are you jolly?
Very jolly. You could say I'm slaying it.
You are so
For this
slaying
Christmas.
it. You've got your sleigh
Slaying it.
bells t-shirt on. You've
Yep.
got this is for the listeners who are listening via the podcasting services, not watching us on YouTube. I mean, if
No.
you want to watch us on YouTube, you're welcome to, but because it is,
You
you can, yeah. Just search up Songs on the Couch. But you know, for the people who are just listening, we've it's a festive treat. We've given you a visual treat. AJ is in a Santa hat, and I've got my corgi Santa earrings on.
Christmas corgis.
Christmas corgs. We've got a corg front and a corg back. Because anybody who knows Mo knows that I love a corgi. Pembrokes,
He does.
I do. Pembrokes and cardigan corgis mostly. These are Pembrokes, but we've got the corgs with the Santa hat and the corg bum on the other ear with the Christmas lights. We can thank Sideline Sally for those. She purchased those for me.
Yes.
God love her. And
So hold on.
yeah.
Is other Christmas lights lighting up his hole?
I don't know if you can see his hole, this poor little tookus. But
It's like a shining light, like
yeah, like the light is shining out of his. Well, I think that the light shines out of all corgis' backsides, but that's just me. They're just really cute. Just with their little faces and their little short legs and their little big feet. They're just real. The way they waddle up and down stairs. Anyway, it's Christmas. And here we are with a Santa hat and Christmas corg earrings.
our last episode of the year.
Last episode of the year. Coming in strong for the last episode. And do you want the good news or the good news?
Oh, give us the double good news.
So, all right. So the good news is that we have hit a whopping 67 listeners. And hi to...
You know what?
No.
You know what?
67 subscribers, I should say.
Yeah, 67 subscribers.
Yeah. 67 subscribers we've hit. One of them rating a very special mention, which is Dale from the Dad Fit group. Shout out to you, Dale. Thanks for listening and putting a fire
Every episode.
putting a firecracker up us to do another episode for your listening pleasure. In fact, Dale from the Dad's Exercise group has given us the hot tip for tonight's song. Why don't you tell the good people, AJ, what we are going to explore this evening?
Well, before we tell the listeners what we're exploring, we should probably say welcome to another episode of Songs on the Couch.
Oh, that's where you are. Sorry, I'm so very much in the Christmas spirit.
You are. Because Sideline Sally's got to put the theme song in there.
Oh, she sure does. Okay, hang on.
There's a structure to these episodes.
Let me put on my...
Because then we'll get told off. She's like, you didn't give me space to put the theme song into the episode.
Sorry, Sally.
Sorry, Sally.
We've done it again. Okay, well, let me put on my best newsreader voice, my best on-air voice.
I was going to say, put your best Santa, your best Santa-y.
I don't know.
Elfie.
I don't know if I have enough nuts to do a Santa voice.
Well, I guess what they're playing in the mall, like you think like 80s, 90s malls when they're playing Christmas songs and like the person comes over the loudspeaker mall, like, get ready for Christmas.
I don't know. I mean, yeah,
Just put your radio voice.
Okay, I'll do my radio voice. Okay.
Attention shoppers.
Okay, attention shoppers. Welcome to another episode of Songs on the Couch.
Sitting down, we're talking out, breaking it down, songs on the couch. Music and minds, we'll figure it out, laughing and learning what it's all about. On the couch.
all right, we're here. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
So what has Dale hooked us up to do?
Well, we are doing, which is probably arguably, no, there could be a love-hate relationship, but I think arguably it's the most hated Christmas song of all time, and that's Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You." Not you, you.
You. Deep breath. Mo takes a deep breath and
I think everyone else takes a deep breath with you, Mo.
flares her nostrils. If there was the butterfly effect of nostril flaring, there's going to be a hurricane in the
So, so
somewhere.
then, is this song banned in your household?
No, it's not. It's not really banned. You know, on Christmas Day, what I do is I just like put on a Christmas mega mix, and it's usually in there. And
I feel like it's always the first song that plays.
yeah,
In like the Spotify playlists and the YouTube playlists, like that's the first song that comes on.
it really does in the Christmas playlist. I think because it's just so darn catchy. Right. Yes, I know, right? It is, yeah. It really, it makes you feel a lot of things.
It
We'll
does.
start with catchy, it's infectious. It's a little infectious, like a disease.
And not a good one. Not like any diseases are good, but it's and look, I don't think people hate the song. Because it's not really a Christmas song. It's funny. It's a song that's played at Christmas, but mentions nothing about Christmas. It's just a love song it's just got a Christmas theme behind it.
It
But
does.
there's no mention of Christmas at all.
Yeah.
Well, except that all I want for Christmas is you. But
yeah, I mean, I guess it does. Well, it has some references, but it doesn't really talk specifically about, you know, the snow falling or
like the traditional
the
Christmas songs, like about like Jesus and like those type of and Santa
and you know, chestnuts, open fires, eggnog, togetherness with family.
the red-nosed reindeer.
Yeah, or any of the Christmas mythology, I suppose you could call it, like the reindeers, the elves. Yeah, it is a love song. Well, it's a lot of things disguised as a Christmas song because it mentions the word Christmas.
That's right. It's like the big debate is Die Hard a Christmas song because it's not
Christmas
a Christmas
movie.
movie because it's set at Christmas time, but it's not really a Christmas movie. And there's that massive debate where people are like, yeah, it is a Christmas movie. No, it's not a Christmas movie.
I think we've had this debate before. Have you and I had this debate before?
I feel like we have, yeah.
I mean, in my eyes, it's not a debate. It is a Christmas movie.
100% it's a Christmas movie.
It's not a debate.
Yeah.
And if you're up for the debate, let's go toe-to-toe in the comments because I'm ready.
Actually, I think I read somewhere that they finally acknowledged that it is a Christmas movie. Like the movie industry went, oh yes, okay, it is a Christmas movie. We'll put it in the categories of Christmas movies.
Good. Okay. And I think
Yeah.
we really need to put Mariah in the category of Christmas music because, you know, here it is played every year it's getting earlier and earlier. I was going to say from the 1st of December, played every year, everywhere from the 1st of December. But, I mean, let's face it, we're looking at like the second week of November these days where all the Christmas goods start to come out, right?
Yeah. And I think that's probably why people are starting to hate it more and more because it's coming out earlier and earlier. So you're hearing it more frequently in a longer time span than just the 25 days of December.
I think you're right. And I think there is a whole psychological element there that we will discuss after we've heard some interesting tidbits because there's two parts to this. There's two parts of why it's one of the most hated songs and probably the most loved. And also probably the most lucrative songs, but there's also the psychological analysis of what's really going on behind the tinsel, behind the fairy lights. What's going What's going on behind the eggnog? I've never had eggnog,
Well-
actually. Have you ever had eggnog?
No. Just the thought of having egg
Is it
in
egg?
a drink.
I don't even know what it's made out of. But anyway, it's
I feel like it's an American tradition, not an Australian
It's not
tradition.
a typically Australian thing. Although I think you used to be able to buy it, like you know how you buy like a chocolate milk. There used to be
like in a carton?
Yeah, in a carton. There used to be an
Yeah.
eggnog flavour around Christmas in my childhood. But anyway.
Oh yeah, Big M eggnog flavor.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I never felt like I could go there, mate. No. Anyway, call me the Grinch. But anywho, right.
That's it.
So let's remember 2 parts. Why do we hate this song so much? I don't personally hate it. I mean, it's, and also what's going on thematically, psychologically in the song is what we will explore a little later in the episode. Stick around, Dale.
yeah, that's it.
Stick around, Dale. Stick around for
More
some
to come.
More to come. More analysis. Anywho,
The short break.
that's right. Anywho, AJ, take
Right.
us there. I do.
Let's
I
go.
know nothing about Mariah. Well,
Yeah, right.
I tell you, I do remember when her first single landed, and it was somewhere in the early 90s, and it was called Vision of Love. And I remember it being all over. I mean, in America, they had MTV, right? But,
Yeah.
But in other countries, we all had our own local music shows. That would have been the early 90s. I don't really know a lot beyond that, and I'm not sure why, because she is quite the cultural phenomenon. So why don't you take it away? I'm going to shut up now.
All I'll say, if it wasn't, if Christmas just decided to stop all of a sudden, she would be broke. Because every year
Right.
this song makes her millions of dollars, and that's all she has to live off now is
Wow.
this one song.
Wow.
Yeah. But there was a sliding doors moment,
Okay, tell me.
which I think everyone wishes happened. So, song came out in 1994.
This song.
Yeah.
All I
Yep,
Want for
yep.
Christmas
So
Is You. So it's
It came out in 1994.
that
Yep.
old.
It's not a recent song.
So
no.
so tell me, it came out very early in her career. Don't you
Yeah.
sort of do a Christmas album when you're like hitting the peak of your career?
Well, yeah. Well, she was only 24 when she wrote the song,
She wrote the song.
alongside another writer, Walter. I'm going to mispronounce his name. Afanasieff.
Okay, so she had a
Yeah.
songwriter.
And she had help.
She had help.
Yep.
But still, actually, it's very interesting when I think about what's going on thematically, because it is very 24-year-old-ish.
It is.
It's quite. Anywho, carry on.
It is. And those high notes, like,
That's
she's quite distinctive for those high notes.
what do we call that? Is that the whistle register?
Like the whistle register, yeah. And another interesting tidbit, which not really has nothing to do with Mariah, but one of my old bands, our old bass player, she could actually reach those registers. So we'd always used to mock Mariah singing because she could hit those really high like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
The only
yeah.
other person that I know that can hit those, well, 2 other people actually, is Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande can get up there in the whistle register.
Yeah.
And there is this British drag queen called Davina DeCampo.
Okay.
I think she might have been on season 1 or season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Can't remember.
Right.
Sorry, Davina. I'm a fan. But anyway, Davina taught herself, or I don't know, when she was a young lad, in his bedroom to hit the whistle register. And so yes, that's Davina's skill. If you're interested, you could look that up on YouTube, because they did every season of RuPaul's Drag Race, the queens release a song.
Oh, okay.
And so
did they do All I Want for You Is Christmas?
all I want No, what's the title of the song? All I Want for Christmas.
All I Want for You.
All I Want
Christmas
for
is
Christmas
You.
is You. No, they didn't do All I Want for Christmas is You. They released an original song. And so she used the whistle register in the original song. Anyway, I digress. I have taken us on a wild
There you go.
goose chase.
I didn't know that.
Well, there you are. So, but I'm sure there are many other singer-songwriters and singers out there who can get up in the whistle register. But they're just that was just one interesting, well, not tidbit, but diversion that I took us on.
Diversion tidbit, a diversion bit.
Diversion bit. But we were at the sliding doors moment. So tell me, 24 years old, wrote it
24 years old. Yeah. Well, she was already a megastar. Her label wanted her to do a Christmas album. Like, they really pushed her, and she didn't want to do it. She thought it was going to be career suicide, because I think, like you said, like, when you get to that point where you're like, okay, I'm going to do a Christmas album, it's like, oh, the wallet's getting a bit empty. Maybe I just need to bring out something to bring the cash flow back in. Where I think she wasn't at that stage yet where, like, I don't need to bring out a Christmas album yet. I'm not ready to do that. But
because when I think of Christmas albums, I'm thinking of Rod Stewart. I don't think he did one till he was well in his 50s or 60s.
Yeah. Rod Stewart, yeah.
I think, who else?
I'm just thinking, who else does Christmas albums?
Everybody does.
Everyone.
Everybody does. Yeah.
Paul McCartney brought out a Christmas song.
Right, yeah. Anywho, so I've digressed again. Sorry, listeners.
No.
Let's follow along. Follow along.
That's fine. Follow along. Everyone sit down and listen, please. So she thought it was career suicide. Instead, she wrote the song and became one of the most powerful Christmas songs of all time.
Wow.
As he says that through the grit of his teeth. And it was only written in 15 minutes. Wow. Another quick song put it on our history of quick songs.
It seems that a lot of the hits are quick songs, aren't they?
Well, I guess if I've said previously, once you're in the moment,
you're in the zone,
and it just happens, and then once you've got it down, it's like, no, that's it. Let's not change a thing.
And Mariah
that's it.
probably in the room like, oh God, I don't want to do this. Let's wrap it up. Come on, let's get out of here. I got better things to do.
Probably. Yeah.
Wow.
And it sounds nostalgic on purpose.
Does
like that, it was designed to sound like a 1960s, like those Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, kind of like Christmas songs, or Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yes.
Even though it was from like the 90s.
Yeah.
So that's why I think your brain always, growing up, you're like, oh yeah, when you think Christmas songs, it's like, to me, I think like Elvis and like all those 50s and 60s artists doing Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, they're quite camp, and they're quite I don't really know how to describe them. They're quite they're very saccharine, they're very sweet, they're very contrived.
Well, it's manipulation.
Yeah.
It's not memory, it's manipulation. It's like it's a manufactured song.
Yeah.
So that it's manufactured for you to every year to get sucked into that feel of that theme of the festive season, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because let's face it, Christmas is a manufactured thing. How did we go from how did we go from the birth of
biblical?
Yeah. How did we go from the birth of the big guy's son, right?
Yeah.
To like
Santa Claus,
fat jolly guy who wears a red suit and a hat like the one you're wearing right now.
That's right.
So it is quite manufactured, and the songs, I guess, reflect that, because it is a bit of a manufactured time.
It is, and the reason that everyone thinks that it's recent, and that when you said, 1994, it's because in the 90s, the billboards didn't allow holiday songs to be in the charts. So it only started topping the charts when streaming services came out. So since 2019, it's been number one. Every Christmas, it goes number one. It tops everything. Like if you're a new artist and you bring out a single at Christmas time, forget, like, it's the worst time to bring out a single, because Mariah Carey, that song just tops all the charts. Since 2019, it's topped it.
Topped it. Okay, from
Yeah.
2019. So what happened around 2019 that made it so popular?
Well, I think that's like peak of Spotify. Like, well, I know Spotify's been around, but I guess, people making playlists, Christmas playlists, and
Yeah.
it's just,
Okay.
I think Spotify is what made it.
Or, streaming
So big.
services and okay, all right, okay.
And every
Well.
December, she earns $2 to $3 million every December.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really, you really,
She does.
really could give up your day job, couldn't you?
Well, she doesn't need a tour. She doesn't need new music. She just needs it to be December.
She
They're
really
like-
does.
She just needs to Christmas to exist every year, and
Right.
she's happy. Like, she's set for life.
Right. She's just, that's what keeps everyone on the payroll is Christmas.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the song has been covered over 500 times
Wow.
by like everyone.
That's amazing.
So it's very popular.
So there's
very popular song.
so she's getting all those royalties as well.
Yeah.
So what's the sliding
would,
doors moment? What's the actual moment?
Well, the sliding doors moment is where she could have actually put her foot really down and said, "No, I'm not making this Christmas song," and then we would never have this song.
Where
But the sliding doors moment is she gave in and
she succumbed
"All right, I'll
to the
do it."
pressure.
She said, "All right, I'll do it."
I'll do
And then this song began. The whole train of running.
Wow. And she's a millionaire many times over every Christmas. Mm-hmm. Fancy that.
And she's even, because obviously there's this running joke every, November, December, they're like, "Oh, Mariah's defrosting, the song's coming out. She's into hibernation. She's coming out of defrost." And I think she's even now started to lean on that. And like she defrosts herself every November. She leans in on the joke, releasing videos of herself like thawing from ice, like a festive vampire. Like,
What a good sport.
here I am. Like, get ready for this catchy song every December.
Oh, she sounds like a good sport.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
And there is a darker twin to this song too.
Oh, tell me.
So, which we might have to do next Christmas, is Dolly Parton wrote a song called Hard Candy Christmas, which is like the complete opposite of All I Want for Christmas Is You.
It's like, I want you out of my life. That would be the best
Yeah.
Christmas ever
Yeah.
if I had you out of my life. So many.
So sad Christmas songs do exist. People just ignore them.
Well, then there's Last Christmas by Wham, right?
Yeah, that is true. There is Last Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to do a couple of those next year. I think we missed our big chance.
Maybe we have to do a December of Christmas songs.
Maybe we do. Maybe
But we'll start in November.
maybe Dal from the Dad's Exercise group can get on that and give us a few hot tips. And maybe if you're
Absolutely.
feeling saucy in your life, Dal, you could join us as a guest. We'd love that.
Absolutely.
And anyone else, out there, any if there's any musicians who, are kind of like, doing a little bit well in the charts, you're welcome to join us too.
Absolutely.
Drop us a line. We're
Yep.
we're open for everyone. Carry
Yeah.
on. Yeah. So
So,
that's some interesting tidbits you've got there from Mariah. Do we need to know anything else about her?
I think if we start heading down the psychology route of it, there's a scientific reason why it gets stuck in your head, and probably why the big debate is why people hate it so much. I think because it's got simple lyrics, it's repetitive hooks, it's classic earworm engineering, like it's that manufactured.
Yeah.
It never leaves pop culture, so it just hibernates for 11 months of now 10 and a half months
Yeah.
of the year, you could almost say.
Well, that's that's the first thing, right? Is that you can't escape it. It's everywhere.
No.
There is like an overexposure. It not only is it on repeat everywhere you go, supermarkets, petrol stations, the doctor's office, maybe it
Sorry for retail workers during Christmas because they have to hear that song
Through
probably like every sixth time it's probably playing or something.
all
Like,
the shops, right? And there is no escape. You didn't choose the song chose you. Wherever you
I feel like this would be like modern day Chinese torture. If you wanted to torture someone, just have this playing on repeat till they crack.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
all right, I'll give you what you want. Just stop playing Mariah.
You'd really have to take a moment of mindfulness and listen to it with intent for it to not rub you the wrong way. You'd have to go, okay, this listen through, I'm going to count how many jingle bells I can hear. I tell you what, there's 4 at the start. How does it go? How's it go at the start?
Well, at the start, she doesn't actually sing. It's like, I don't want a lot for Christmas.
That's it, but there's just like 4 beats of the jingle bells.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. So you'd have to, if you were listening to this on repeat, you'd have to mindfully, intentionally go, right, I'm going to count how many times those jingle bells jingle. All right, I'm going to count how many times, how many harmonic layers there are to those backup vocals. You know, the Anna, you know that bit? Yeah, you just to get yourself through it, you're going to have to focus on tiny minutiae within the song just to tolerate it. But anyway, I think that is one of the reasons why people hate it, is because this song chooses you. You cannot escape it. And it's like forcing you to be festive wherever you go. And it makes you lose your autonomy. So you get irritated. You didn't choose this. Nobody chose this.
No. And I feel sorry for people who, like, Christmas night might not be a happy time for them. And then this song comes on and they probably want to go, like, just smash a whole heap of glassware. Just absolutely lose their shit or something, you know? Mm-hmm. It'd be like a bit of a...
It's a trigger.
Something that makes you tick. A trigger, yeah.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a trigger because you're right. Christmas is a tough time for a lot of people. And Christmas is associated with old wounds emerging in family systems. You know, there's a lot of togetherness in Christmas. It's that time of year where everybody comes together. So there is some loneliness and there is some old wounds being reopened and, you know, having to like force yourself to get together with people maybe that you don't really like. And so, you know, you've got all of that stuff around the festive season, some of that relational trauma and old stuff with family and friends. And then you've got this song, you know, this emotional coercion of this song. It feels aggressive because it's relentlessly upbeat and joyful. And like, you know, there's no space in it for like ambivalence or grief or trauma or loneliness or mixed feelings. So if you're not...
And no, keep going.
I was just going to say that the song's like, if you're not joyful, you're doing Christmas wrong. You're just doing Christmas wrong. You're not doing it right.
Well, I was going to say, from start to finish, the song doesn't give you like a second to breathe. Like it hasn't got anywhere where it like pauses for a second. Like it just goes start all the way to end, and you can't like stop halfway through and go, okay, I've got like a second just to take a breath. Like it just keeps going.
It's relentless.
Like, there's no pauses
isn't it?
in the song.
It's pretty relentless. It's pretty grinding, isn't it? You know, and I think that it's you know, sort of brings up this. Well, you know, it's a romantic song. It's about romance, right? And so it kind of, in an upbeat, grinding and aggressive way, makes us focus on romantic togetherness and, you know, emotional exclusivity and this construct that you're my everything and I don't want anything but you. And you know what? If you're going through a breakup or if you're still recovering from a breakup or if you're trying to find love, if you're feeling lonely, if you're estranged from your family, this is shoving that shit down your throat without consent. It's activating you. It's making you activated. Like, you know, this bitch is connected. She's like, she's romancing her way through Christmas, and I'm over here with, no partner,
Nothing.
feeling lonely, or I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm going through something. And here she is with her jingle bells and a relentless driving song. And she's forcing me to be, she's forcing me to be emotionally vulnerable in public spaces, right?
Yeah.
I can't get away from her, romanticizing Christmas with a partner. It's coming up while I'm buying milk or filling up my car with petrol, right? Or just
You can't escape it.
I'm just trying to survive December, right? I don't want to be reminded of my loneliness or my longing, or I don't want to be reminded of those kinds of themes. I think that's why we hate it, because it just, I don't know, like the holiday season, Christmas,
Stressful. It's like they don't call it the silly season for a reason. It's stressful just to start off with. Like Christmas is stressful, especially if you got kids. It's like next level stress.
It's hectic, right?
And what society expects, or what is expected of like parents to do for their children. Like Elf on the Shelf. Like every night you got to do something different, and like your kids are getting up at like stupid o'clock in the morning to go see what Elf on the Shelf's done. Like that's because TikTok videos and Facebook and all that tells you like, oh, do all these cool Christmas hacks. It's like, I don't have time for that. Like I got enough shit on my plate to start off with.
Exactly. Christmas is a very stressful time, and I think it already heightens, our sense of stress, obligation, nostalgia, loss. There's a lot of themes that come up that factor into that stress, and this song actually centers Christmas on having someone. It's all I want for Christmas is you. There's the emphasis is having someone. And if you don't have someone, and if you're not attached, you're excluded. You're just excluded. So it's kind of shoving in your face, Mariah shoving in your face, all I want for Christmas is you. I've got someone. I just want that person. And it leaves a lot of people feeling excluded, I think. I think that's why we hate it. So, it is a...
You know what? I think I'd be happy to be the minority if I was being excluded for the fact that I didn't have to hear that song. I'd be okay with that. I'd be like, okay, it's fine.
It's fine. I don't want to hear it.
You can't escape it, because you can't be like, well, then I just can't go to the shops, or I can't go do this, or I can't turn the radio on because it's obviously going to be playing on there, or...
Yeah, correct. So you can't exclude yourself from society.
No. You can't be a hermit for 25 days of the year, I guess.
Well, more than that now. Probably a good 6 weeks, really.
Well, no. The local shops here, they had Christmas stuff out like even before Halloween stuff was out. So October.
No.
Yeah.
It's come to this.
Yeah. I'm going to be like that. Oh, I swear it comes earlier every year, I swear it does.
Would those kids get off my lawn?
Those damn kids with their Mariah Carey. I don't know what they're singing about. I'm used to Bing Crosby and Sinatra. Dude, give me the classics.
That's right. I'll take a little bit of Elvis.
Yes.
But, I think one of the reasons why... Maybe it's an unconscious reason. Maybe it's not really in people's conscious minds about why we hate All I Want for Christmas. But there's a bit of an irony in it. The irony is it's rejecting consumerism, and it's like I don't want any presents. I don't want no gifts. I don't want all I want is you. But it is making millions of dollars.
And I'm sorry, you tell me someone who says, "Oh no, don't get me anything. I just want you for Christmas." You tell me, if someone ever said that to you, do you think you're going to be like, no, I think I should. I think I still need to get you a present because that's a
Yeah.
you're blackmailing me. You're putting me in a trap here. Like, you?
It's a bit loaded, isn't it? It's a little bit loaded. It's a bit intense when someone says, "All I want for Christmas is you." You're on the emotional hook, right?
Yeah.
Because what you become is the singular attachment figure of someone, right? And that's a lot of pressure.
Not just that, but if you did that, if you gave someone you as a present for Christmas, you think they're going to be like, "Oh, you actually didn't buy me any presents?" Like, "Oh no, I wasn't being serious here. Like, I know I wanted you for Christmas, but I still want the consumerism behind it.
Oh
Like, come
yeah,
on."
I want,
If I
yeah.
if I if I just put myself in a bow and gave it to some, like my wife, she'd be like, "Where's the what? No, I get you 365 days of the year. No, 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 no."
Right?
I'm sorry, but no,
No,
it doesn't work like that.
no. I just want the gifts. I don't even care.
Recognition, come on.
Correct. I don't even care if it's just chocolates. I don't care what it is. I want the gifts, and I don't want you 365 days a year. Because, I mean, look, I might have a little bit of avoidant attachment, which means that, I like a little bit of alone time. I think we all like a little bit of alone time. And I think what we all like is not being emotionally on the hook for somebody else's emotional needs. That's not really our jobs. So when we say, all I want for Christmas is you, ooh, it's a bit intense.
Like that's blackmail. I feel like that's just purely blackmail.
It's an emotional, what am I going to say? Obligation. It's an emotional obligation. You're obligated to be responsible for somebody else's emotions. And no one person should really ever be that. We should be getting our attachment needs met through a range of people. So, should I get into some of the psychology? Should I do a little bit of
Please
that?
do.
I mean, look,
Let's do it. Let's put Mariah on the couch. Let's put All I Want for Christmas on the couch.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, really, this is a song about attachment. And we've talked about the human attachment system. Like, humans need other people to survive. We just do. We just need, it's evolutionary. We needed to be in groups to survive, and now we need other humans to kind of help us regulate our feelings, to make us feel good, to help us survive, really. Back in the caveman days, we needed humans to literally help us survive when we were cave people, because,
everyone was figuring it out themselves then.
we were figuring out that we needed, people to look after the children while other people went out and hunted the food, and there was safety in numbers, and of course, going right down to human babies, without attachment they wouldn't survive. They need somebody to attend to their every need and their every emotional need, because babies can't organize their feelings themselves, because babies, they just shake their fist at the world and they just need someone to soothe them, right? And so when we have consistent caregivers who soothe us and are available to us, whenever we're screaming and shaking our fist to the sky, we learn to develop a secure attachment. We learn to think, oh, okay, people are dependable and they'll be around. If they'll be around for me when I call, But some people experience inconsistent caregiving, right? So sometimes caregivers are slower to respond. Sometimes caregivers can be inconsistent with care and, maybe neglect or creating fear in a child. And so we might develop, a preoccupied kind of anxious attachment. So this is what All I Want for Christmas is, right? All I Want for Christmas is... she's got a preoccupied, anxious attachment. She's basically saying, you know, I really want you with me. But I'm not going to demand anything of you, because if I'm too demanding, you might leave me. So all I want is you. I don't want any gifts. I don't want.
Don't spoil me. Don't go overboard.
No.
Don't make a big fuss. Even though I'm making a big fuss about it, but I don't want you to make a big fuss about it.
Correct. That's right. So, and that is someone who fears losing closeness, right? Is like, oh no, let's not. I won't make a fuss about this because I'm not gonna burden you with my needs. I'm not gonna burden you with my needs. No way. It's fine. I'm easygoing. I'm easygoing. That's what Mariah's trying to tell us, is that she's easygoing. But this preoccupied, anxious attachment is, I suppose, an adaptive strategy, really, that someone learns when they're very young, is that, I really need closeness, but I fear losing it. So I'm going to get a bit preoccupied with how to keep it. And so, like I was saying earlier, this develops from, if we've got to look at the origins of where this comes from, right? We did say that it's when we've got some early caregivers who are inconsistent, a bit emotionally unpredictable. They're loving, but they're distracted. They're not all there. They're kind of like, they're there in body, but they're a bit dissociated. They're a bit
Not in spirit.
they're not in spirit. So, that might be a caregiver who's a bit depressed or stressed or overwhelmed, or they're physically present, but they're really hard to read and they're not really emotionally attuned to you. So what children learn from that is like, love exists, but it's also uncertain. And I've got to develop strategies to make sure that love is not lost. And so that's why, kids adapt, and it shows up in adulthood as well. They sort of become hypervigilant to the potential loss of the attachment, and they kind of are very like alert to shifts in the relationship that might mean that things are a bit shaky. So, and we call that what they've learnt as children, that's an internal working model. That's what they've internalized as how relationships are, that people will be close, but gee, it's shaky and you might lose them at any time. So I just got to do what I've got to do to make sure that
I don't want to ruffle any feathers.
I don't want to ruffle no feathers. No. So, yeah. So Mariah is, she's in All I Want for Christmas Is You. She is looking at attachment needs dressed up as festive romance. But I'm on to you, Mariah. And it's so interesting that she was only 24 when she wrote this, because that is sort of an age where you are in some of your, earliest to mid relationships, romantic relationships. It would be the time when your attachment style is really showing up in your adult relationships, those internal working models, that what you've learnt from your early caregivers about what relationships look like, which are not always real, but it's not always what we will experience in the world. But this song is kind of a manifestation of an attachment style that is preoccupied and anxious. And, this hyper focus on one person to fulfill the attachment needs, like you said, it's a bit intense.
You know what I don't want for Christmas?
Yeah, tell me.
Is a stage 5 clinger. And that's what this song is. It's a stage 5 clinger.
It's a stage 5 clinger.
Give me some space. Just let me breathe.
It is a stage.
You're coming at me at all angles. I can't escape.
But let's look at it this way, right? Someone is a stage 5 clinger because that was an adaptive strategy when they were young. The stage 5 clinginess was a way that they kept attached. But now, as adults, what it conjures up is that feeling of being emotionally held hostage and responsible for someone else's feelings. And let me tell you, good people out there, and I say that.
Get nice and close to the microphone.
I am.
Yeah. Come in close, everyone. Listen.
Come in.
Use your ears listening.
Let me tell you, good people, and this is something that I say a lot in the therapy room. You are never responsible for anybody else's feelings. The only person's feelings that you are responsible for is your own. Unless you're being a jerk, okay, and you're purposefully hurting other people.
If you're being a dick.
If you're being a dick, don't be a dick. But if you need to implement a boundary and that boundary hurts someone's feelings, if you need to say to your stepmother, I'm sorry, Karen, I am not coming for Christmas this year because the way that you relate to me is that you antagonize me and you put me down to regulate your own self-esteem. And I'm an adult now, and Karen, I don't have to tolerate that. I'm not having it, so I'm not coming to Christmas lunch. If Karen has a hissy fit, that's Karen's problem.
That's
Karen's problem. Okay, listeners, you are not responsible for anybody else's feelings. And if a romantic relationship feels far too intense, then we might be looking at a partner who is a stage 5 clinger. We might be looking at a partner who does have an anxious, preoccupied attachment, which, my friends, I will tell you, you can recover from. You absolutely can recover from that. And how you can recover from that is having a consistent partner who is always emotionally consistent, who regulates your nervous system by always being regulated in their nervous system, calm and in control. And you can do some therapy and remind yourself of all of the evidence that you have that you can have needs in a relationship and that person's not going to leave you. That's it. So there's some big themes here. Big themes. Sorry, were you going to say something, AJ? Are you going to?
I just had a thought through all of that.
Tell me.
Do you reckon the reason why Karens go abuse retail workers is it because their stepdaughter just said no to them prior to that? So like, well, I got to take my anger out on someone.
Yes.
Retail workers, I'm coming for you.
Yes, and we might, yeah, maybe we might call that. We might call that a projection when you've got lots of disavowed feelings, lots of shame and guilt, and you can't hold it inside of you. You go project it onto someone else. You go.
Not all Karens are bad, but because you said Karen, and I'm like, I just pictures retail workers at Christmas time having to deal with Karens is probably because their stepdaughters have just told them, no, I'm not coming for Christmas.
Yeah.
So they've just gone, right,
yeah.
Who can I go and tell off next? It's just a little full circle that just happened in my brain as you were saying.
Look, I am here for it. I think that happens a lot.
It's like, whoa.
So retail workers, if you're listening and you have a few Karens come in and project a bit of their rage, I just want you to know it's not you, it's them. And
Mariah. It's not you, it's Mariah.
It could be Mariah. Mariah could be stirring something up with her.
And I hope Mariah's not playing at that same time that you're copping abuse from the Karen.
Well, that'd be like nails down a chalkboard, wouldn't it?
Oh.
That'd be like
Look,
hell on earth.
If we hear in the next coming weeks, retail worker loses it in shopping centre over all I want for Christmas is you and a Karen, we're not reliable. I'm not claiming liability.
There's the disclaimer.
Insert legal statement.
Yeah, that's the disclaimer.
PSA announcement.
Yeah, we had nothing to do with that team.
Songs on the couch had nothing to do with
nothing to
this.
do with that. No, we didn't. Right. So, yes, poor retail workers. You might, look.
They cop it they would have to cop this song the most, wouldn't they? Like they would be the ones. And that, and once going back to the stressful, like they're copping like, people who work casual at Christmas because they need extra money. the stress of like people and shopping.
Yeah.
Any time of the year is stressful. Like I could never work in retail. I'd probably punch too many people out personally.
Right. Okay. Well, but yes, but that's what our poor retail workers are having to deal with, right? Because there's a lot of stressed people running through the shops, and a lot of stressed people who might be lonely and have trauma around Christmas, and then this shit comes on the loudspeaker. Triggering all of that stuff, all of that unresolved trauma, all of the stepmothers out there who pick on their stepchildren
The Karens,
and antagonize them,
world.
all the Karens of the world. Yeah. So yeah, it's a powder keg of a lot of feelings in retail around Christmas, and then this shit heightens it. So
I'm trying to relate it. Like, what would be like the worst Christmas dessert? That like, what's the dessert at the Christmas table that you just completely avoid? Like, what is it for you?
oh, it's Pav. For our international listeners, Pavlova.
Wow. So you're not a you know what? Yeah, I'm not a huge Pav eater.
Pavlova. What? It's like meringue with like I don't
Cream, passion fruit.
like fruit on top.
Strawberries.
It's gross. It's like snot. Not that I've
Well, it is egg whites, which is practically snot.
I mean, not that I've ever eaten snot, just taken a big spoonful of it, but yeah, no. So that's what I'm avoiding that in the trifle. Custard is disgusting in my eyes.
Yeah, I love custard. I don't mind
We might have to agree to disagree.
but mince pies for me.
Oh no.
Like, I'm sorry, like,
No, I'm not doing a fruit mince pie either. No way, mate.
no. So if you've got fruit mince pies, Pavs, trifles,
Yeah.
and Mariah, we can't be friends.
We come. Look, I'll tolerate Mariah. I'll take a mindful moment and I will try to listen to, how many harmonies are in that backup vocal? How many times did the sleigh bells jingle? I'll take Mariah, but I will not do a Pav or a trifle.
If I missed it, I'll just wait another 10 minutes for it to come back on.
Yeah.
Playlist or in the shopping
It's
center.
going to get a good rotation. It is. Yeah.
Makes it $2.2 to $3 million every December.
It really does. And look, it's just a song about someone who has got this preoccupied attachment, anxious attachment, who has subjugated their needs. And, really what that means is that, there's this schema. It's called the subjugation of needs schema. So hello to all the schema therapists out there. Basically, the subjugation schema is where people develop habitual patterns of suppressing their own needs, preferences, or feelings to avoid conflict, to avoid abandonment and rejection, to maintain closeness, and to keep others happy. And Mariah's saying, I don't want presents, I don't want gifts, I don't want any of that stuff. I'm easy to please. If I assert my needs, I'll lose the relationship. So I'm just not going to assert my needs. I'm just going to white knuckle this Christmas without gifts. That perfume I wanted, don't worry about it. I'll get it myself. And so
Just wrap you up in a boat. I'll be happy.
yeah,
Just
wrap you up and you will become my primary attachment figure, and everything I need in this world, I will expect you to deliver. And I don't know if that's anybody's responsibility. You've got your fear of losing closeness, Mariah. I see you, and you've got your, subjugating your needs is your strategy for maintaining that closeness. I see you, but the paradox is, girlfriend, your needs are strong. They're very strong. They're still there. You still want that perfume, right? And you feel like your expression of needs are dangerous. So you know what happens, Mariah? You don't get what you want. You don't get the perfume. And you don't get a partner who's all in, because your partner is like, oof, ooh, this
Well-
feels a bit intense. And they might keep a bit of distance.
Do you think it might like work for like, you know how they say, the honeymoon period? Like, do you think like the partner might go, oh yeah, this sounds like fun. I could do this for a little bit. And then they realize, oh wait, no, what have I gotten myself into? I can't do this anymore. Like, I feel like the honeymoon period, it might be like, oh yeah, it seems harmless. Sure, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
But then I
maybe.
think
Well,
it kind of goes, oh,
we call it
like something clicks.
Something clicks. We call it the anxious avoidant dance, right? So anxiously attached people are really preoccupied with, wanting the closeness, but also losing the closeness. And the more they want the closeness and go towards the closeness, some of the strategies that they use are maladaptive and they push the other person away. So when you feel emotionally on the hook for someone else's needs, or you feel like you're the primary attachment figure, it feels far too intense, we start to get a little bit avoidant. We start to pull away a little bit. And so careful what you wish for, Mariah, because you might get, the person for Christmas, but then you might lose them because you become a bit too emotionally needy. It's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? It's a bit of a dichotomy because we've got I've got no needs. I've actually got no needs. So I don't want the presents. I don't want any of the jingle bells. I don't want anything. But I want you to be responsible for my emotional happiness for the rest of my life. That's what I want.
And all you can hear is this heavy breathing. Just like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. So that,
if you leave me, I'll find you.
right? No, we will. Our poor anxious attachment people out there, we really, we don't want to paint them in that light because this, like I said, this was absolutely an adaptive strategy for them to make sure that their caregivers stayed around. It was a relational survival strategy is what it was, but now it's become maladaptive. It has become a very loaded emotional request of another, and that's too much. That's a bit full on, I think. So Mariah, I see you. I see what your internal experience is, right? I see that you have this real longing, and you fear being too much, but ultimately you've become too much. So, So what you've done is you've kind of romanticized the longing and you've made it a bit sing-song and you've wrapped it in kind of humor and consumerist minimization with a few sleigh bells on top. But ultimately, it is it's a relational trauma song is what it is. And that's my take on it.
It's a head trauma too.
It's a head trauma, yeah. After
Now,
50 odd minutes of listening to us, maybe there's a little bit of head trauma there.
now, if you could change the, all I want for Christmas is, what would you have instead of you? Would you be all I want for Christmas is just corgis?
Yeah, mate. How about you?
Yeah. Mine would probably be all I want for Christmas is just more musical instruments, or more Lego.
More Lego.
Just more Lego.
Okay,
Lego.
you're a Lego guy. I do like Lego. Have you seen those little, scenes of a Japanese or a Japanese street or a Korean bakery that you can build? Have you seen those little scenes? I'd like to give one of those a go, but I don't, and that would be a nice gift for Christmas. Hint, hint, nudge. Nudge.
Okay. I like Lego did the Japanese wave, the traditional Japanese wave.
Oh, yes.
They did that in like a picture frame Lego version of the wave.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, it's
hint.
hint. So for you, it's Lego and musical instruments. For me, it's corgis. Look, I mean, I do love corgis and I would love to just have a million I'd love to lie on the floor and have
Just have all these
all
corgis.
these corgis just run all over me.
Yeah.
just that experience, but I have come to know that owning corgis is a very unique experience. And for all the corgi owners out there, you hear me, you know what I'm saying. So 2 corgis is enough for me, but someone paying for an experience at a corgi cafe or just out in a field of flowers with 100 corgis stampeding over me that I could cuddle as they run past me. That would be amazing.
For Christmas is corgis.
Correct. And if I was Mariah, all I want for Christmas is just a couple of little gifts. You know, don't go out of your way. I'm happy with chocolates. And a secure relationship where you show me that I am loved regardless of how many needs I have. And that's all I want for Christmas. And I won't hold you emotionally hostage. I will try to be my authentic self and sit with how uncomfortable my needs make me feel in this relationship. And I will allow you to show up for me in a secure way when nobody's holding anyone emotionally hostage. That's what Mariah should be wanting for Christmas. Okay?
Yep, that's it.
Happy with that?
I'm happy with that. Well, I was going to say all I want for Christmas is me, because you can always just love yourself.
Correct, AJ. You can always love yourself, and we all should.
In many ways.
Yeah, that's a little X-rated for songs on the couch.
Well, there is an X in Xmas. So,
There really
just,
is.
just fitting the themes together.
Yes. And I've been hearing all of the ads on the radio for all of the X-rated shops and their Christmas gifts.
Their Christmas outfits, no doubt.
Well, listen, I'm sure Sideline Sally's going to enjoy seeing you wearing nothing but that Santa hat on Christmas night.
All I want for Christmas
Is Sideline
See,
Sally.
She'll be like, no.
No, she'll be like, I'm too tired from wrangling the kids and cooking all the
Absolutely not.
things. And yeah. Anywho, Merry Christmas, AJ.
You too. Thank you for our first year of Songs on the Couch.
With AJ and Mo. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, listeners.
Thank you,
and
our
we gotta
67 subscribers. Yeah.
And our 1,000 downloads. We forgot to mention. We reached our first 1,000 downloads. So
Look, it's
our 67 are listening to us a lot, or we've got people that are listening that aren't part of
subscribing. This is it 6-7? Stop it. Oh.
I was trying to avoid it. As soon as you said 67, I just went
6-7.
And that's banned at my workplace.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, right. I love it when a school bans a fad. I love it.
Yep. It's like, nope. Oh no.
We're out of here. Right. Okay. Well, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, whatever you're doing. If you are choosing to estrange and spend Christmas without stepmom Karen, you go for gold. Whatever you are doing,
100%.
I hope you get a restful holiday season, and we'll see you back on the couch in 2026.
We will.
All right. Yep. Looking forward to hearing from Dale for a couple extra hits.
That's it. Get us past that 6-7, Dale.
Yeah, right. We're depending on you.
That's it.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye. Ho, ho, ho.
See ya.
See ya.
Thanks for tuning in to Songs on the Couch. We hope you enjoyed putting today's song under the microscope with us.
And hey, the conversation doesn't have to end here. Join us over on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just search Songs on the Couch where we're sharing behind-the-scene clips, more fun music insights, and, of course, chatting with you all.
And if you're an artist, musician, psychologist, counsellor, psychotherapist, or know someone who'd love to sit on the couch with us, have your management reach out. We'd love to hear from you at hello@songsonthecouch.com.
Follow us, subscribe, and let's keep rocking out together. Catch you next time on Songs on the Couch.